So namaste, welcome to this practice. For those of you don't know, the word namaste means that the light within me is greeting the light within you. So it's a very much sincere welcoming. So in one of the other series of yoga at home, we went into the different elements and the different effects of concentrating on the different elements and relating it to different parts of our body. So this is kind of an extension to that first proposal, because we're going to be also seeing these elements again, but we're going to be identifying them a little bit more deeply with the body mind and specifically connect with the chakras. So today, I think there's a lot more knowledge and information about the chakras than certainly when I started studying. But just to say that we could say that there are different energy centers within the body. There are actually huge amounts of energy centers, because every time that we have energy lines or meridians which cross, this moment of crossing is producing like a more intensified space, which is an energy center. However, along the spine, not the physical spine, the energetic aspect, we have some major energy centers, because some more important or bigger channels are crossing. So these are called chakras, and we're going to have a look together at 8, which may already be surprising for some of you, because normally we talk about 7 chakras. But I would like to include an 8th one, and you will see why when we get there. So we're going to begin from the bottom to the top. And why this is because we need to, the same as we need to build a house from the bottom towards the top, we really need to kind of like do this initial rooting and really get our feet on the ground, literally, in order to really construct the energy and build it up gradually. So we're going to do a practice which is very much related towards the base of our body. So we're going to do a practice which is mainly sitting and seated today. So we can make a start. Make sure you have a comfortable space, that you have a yoga mat. You might need a blanket or a cushion as well. And I'm going to plug in my microphone, which will allow me to go further back. And you will be able to still hear me well, I hope. A sound check. Maybe Jorge, as I can see you, would you just give me a thumbs up? Can you hear me well? Yep, good. Right, so let's get ready to start. So you can find a comfortable sitting position. If you do have any knee problems, you can begin sitting on a chair. And just bring your spine to a comfortable, straight position. Close your eyes. And bring your awareness fully into the body, allowing any expectations just to drop, or any tiredness or any worrying that you may have brought to this space. And as you really embody the awareness in the body, just be aware of the breath. And really we can observe the breath in different parts of the body. But I'd like to bring your attention down into the pelvis, into the lower abdomen. And you can even place a hand in the lower abdomen. And as you breathe, just be aware of the whole of this space expanding and contracting. It's more obvious when you feel the expansion of the breath in the abdomen. But can you really identify also the expansion of your pelvic floor and even the movement of the sacrum as it accompanies the breath. And as you breathe out, I'd just like you to imagine that the energy just flows downwards through the base of the spine, through the pelvic floor into the earth, just really grounding you a little bit more. And from there, we can join our hands and just honor the space that we are sharing, also honoring the presence of the other people who are present, including the ones who will be seeing this class a little bit later on with the recording. So we're going to just deepen the breath in order to sing the mantra Om 3 times. Om. Great. So slowly you can stand up. We'll be doing our warming exercises standing. And just really feel the same rooting feeling in the soles of your feet. So you can really just try to spread the feet wide and feel this contact between the feet and the earth, even beyond the foundations of the building where you are. And feel how the sensation of stability and of contact with the earth also extends towards your legs. You can feel them strong and straight. And lengthen the spine, opening the chest space, and bring your awareness to the top of the head in contact with the sky. So you can really feel that you're not only connected with what's going on within your body, but you're also opening to connect with the elements, connect with the space. Drop your head down towards the chest and very slowly begin to trace circles with your head towards the right shoulder first. Keep your shoulders relaxed. Keep your jaw relaxed. And really adapt the circles according to the sensations that arise for you. If you have any discomfort, you can go more slowly and reduce the size of the circles. Once you've finished this circle, you can change direction. And just really be present in the body. Especially in the area of the throat. Once you finish, come back towards the center. Take a nice deep breath with the eyes closed. And just really refine your attention to feel the effects of the circles in the neck, but also how it affects the mental space. And you can perceive how the spine stretches down from the head towards the earth. And let's begin to mobilize the spine. You can lift one shoulder, and as you drop it, lift the other one. So you can initiate some lateral movements in the spine. Keep the abdomen and the diaphragm relaxed. And you can begin to go a little bit faster. As you go faster, you can breathe in deeply through the nose and breathe out through the mouth. And this breathing out through the mouth is also giving you an opportunity to release tension on a physical and on an emotional level. And sometimes using the voice is a way of liberating even more. So you really adapt this practice towards your needs. And we're going to slow down a little bit until we finally stop in a very organic way. And keep still and just breathe spontaneously and feel the effect of this movement in the body. Feel the spine. Feel this opening. And you can also feel the vibration in the body. Extending your awareness not only to what happens inside the body, but also at the surface of the skin and the space around you, so that your awareness becomes refined, more subtle. And you can separate your legs now, just preparing the spine so the energy can move well. The arms are straight out to the sides. If you don't have so much space, you can also put your hands on your shoulders and keep the elbows lifted. To protect your lower spine, you can just bring the pubic bone slightly forward so that you can contract the abdomen slightly. And from there, you're going to twist from one side to the next. The head also turns. Breathe in one side, breathe out in the other side. And keep your sternum lifted so that you can feel this greater opening in the chest area. You can slowly lower the arms, reduce the intensity of the movement until you stop in a very organic way. Come back to your center. If you're not dizzy, you can close your eyes, breathe, and be aware once again of the subtle sensations which arise, and keep the chest space lifted. Good. Join your feet together, and you can interlace your fingers. Move the palms downwards, and as you breathe in, lift the arms above your head, but don't arch your back. Draw the base of the spine down towards the ground, feeling that there's a movement in an opposite direction. The feet are very rooted, the heels, the base of the spine, but the arms, the chest, and the hands are pushing up towards the sky. You can breathe in there, and as you breathe out, just incline towards your right side without forcing. Breathing in, stretching up your hands up towards the sky, and breathing out, lowering on the other side. So you can continue, begin very slowly exploring where the body is willing to go in this present moment. And keep the movement fresh, which means it doesn't get kind of automatic, because each bend could be something slightly different. The body is adapting, is changing, responding. So be very aware. And finally, you can move in a more fluid motion. The name in Sanskrit for this movement is the swaying palm tree. So you can bring this quality of movement as if it was the wind moving you from side to side. Bringing flexibility into the spine. After this particular round, you can come back up to the center, breathe in, hold the breath for a few seconds. Breathe out, release the arms, separate the legs. The palms are facing forward. Close your eyes and just really, again, breathe into the sensations. And you can feel the quality of the breath in the chest as we've opened up the thoracic area. Just feel a quality of spaciousness, of openness, of inner freedom. Good. So we're going to bend the knees now, separate the legs. And just to begin with, we're going to do 2 or 3 nice bends, just to open up the pelvis and the hips. Good. And from here, we're going to already start with our first proper asana, our first proper posture of the class. And we're going to practice what we call arohasana, which is the posture of the horseman. So you can really feel that you're finding a position that is really stable for you. So you don't need to bend excessively, but really feel that you're in a space where there's a quality of solidity in your body. And as you find the space, you can just allow the lower spine to be comfortable. And you can straighten up the spine as if you were on a horse, really kind of finding this very elegant position. And with the hands, we're going to explore a certain mudra or posture. So with the right hand, you're going to close the fist. And you can place this in front of you. And you can imagine that the fist is actually holding a staff or a stick. Yeah, and that's stabilizing you even more, as if it was this imaginary third position or point of support. And the left hand, which represents your feminine side of the body, you can simply, with your hand open, bring the hand and wrap the left hand around the right fist. Really complementing this. Keep your elbows lifted. And bring your awareness towards the tip of the nose. And just allow yourself, you can lower your gaze and just allow yourself to observe the breath as it comes in and out of the nose. At the same time, there is a quality of commitment, of stability, of determination, because the legs will get tired. But this tiredness in the legs is actually allowing us to drop any tension in the thigh muscles, to find the support on our bones, the actual bone support, the structure of the bones. And as we release the tension in the muscles, we will begin to feel an energy rising up through the feet, through the legs, into the pelvis. And this is a very stabilizing posture. So be aware of the breath in the nose. And as you feel obstacles or resistance in the mind, just really stabilize yourself and just be ready to welcome even any shaking in the legs, and just push through this resistance, opening up the doors towards greater strength. And as we sustain this posture with a very regular and calming breath, I'm just going to remind you, or just let you know, that the archetype related to the first chakra that we're working on today is the elephant. So you can really bring this image of the sturdiness, the slowness and the wisdom of this enormous creature. And you can feel this heaviness come into your legs, this heaviness which is also strength. And we're going to sustain the posture for a few more moments, welcoming any shaking, which is freeing tension and bringing in a new powerful energy into the body. Overriding any lazy qualities in the mind or resistance. Good, very good. Breathe in, stretch out the legs. Breathe out, release the hands, bring the feet together. Close your eyes. Breathe well and just really recognize and honor this energy which is flowing into the body. And you can feel it in the legs, but you can also find this quality of activation in the pelvic floor and this flushing up of the energy into the upper regions. And we're going to really kind of experiment this greater stability by just testing how we are with our balance. So we're just going to pass all of the weight onto the left leg now without collapsing in the hip. Yes, so activate the left buttocks. And we're going to lift up the right leg. Keep your eyes open. And just keep on pushing the lower foot, the left foot, into the ground as you straighten the spine as well. Yeah. And you can hold the knee with the right hand and just lift up the left arm. Keep your eyes steady on one spot. Good. Drop the leg and the arm. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and be very aware of the sensations that arise on the left side of the body in comparison to the right side of the body. Good. Let's move on to the other side. So root into the right foot, activate the right buttocks, and lift up the left leg. You can hold the knee close to your chest, straighten up the spine. And thanks to this rooting work that we've done, feel the stability, feel the strength in the right leg. And when you want to, you can lift up the right arm also. That's great. So you can drop the arm and the leg now, take a breath, feel the activation on the right side. Great. So we can sit down now and we're going to do a forward bend. The forward bend is probably the most important posture when we're talking about activating the first chakra, Muladhara chakra. If you do need to use a blanket, please do so. And we're going to begin with a movement to help us find this posture. In the morning practice, you will find that you have less flexibility than in the evening. So you might like to try this again in the evening just to compare. So if you don't have so much flexibility when you move forward, then you can actually just double up your blanket to make like a wedge to give you some advantage. And if you do have any discomfort in the lower spine, or you have a reduced flexibility, you can place a cushion underneath your knees, or a bolster, or even another mat rolled up. Bring your hands towards the chest and really lengthen up the spine. Feel this initial posture where the base of the spine is very much close to the earth. And you can even pull the buttocks and the thigh muscles out slightly, so you really feel the base of your body more close to the earth. As you breathe in, you can lift the arms up above the head, stretching up. And as you breathe out, keep your back straight as you bend forward. Draw the hands up the sides of the legs. As you breathe in, up the sides of the body, pushing the energy up above the head. And as you breathe out, you really stretch forward as you drop down. Breathing in, draw the energy up above the head. Breathing out, flowing forward. As you begin to contact with this energy of a wave, which rises up through the body and crashes down. And although you are not crashing down, you are really releasing. There's a quality of surrender in each out breath. And the next time that you come down, stay down. You can just place your hands on the legs wherever you arrive and really straighten out the back. Feeling that you are really finding the way to stretch. And as you can see in my posture, there's no need to force yourself to bend down towards the legs. And you can grab onto your ankles, on your toes, depending where you arrive. Bring the chin slightly closer in towards the chest so you can feel the continuation of the spine from your base all the way up to the nape of the neck. And to help us really activate this first chakra, which you can localize mentally in the space between the anus and the genitals, in the area of the perineum. And as you hold the posture and you bring your attention to this space, maybe you can feel some pulsating. And just really feel that this energy in the space is being nurtured by the contact or the closeness towards the earth. And we're going to combine this posture with some more rapid breathing as a way of really impulsing more energy into this space. So you can begin to breathe through the nose and mobilize the abdomen. As you breathe in, the navel is pushing out. And as you breathe out, draw the navel in towards the spine. Let's begin. Breathe in fully. Hold the breath for a few seconds. And as you breathe out, just draw the body a little bit close to the legs, but without forcing. And let's repeat again. Breathe in deeply. Hold the breath. And as you breathe out, just drop a little bit closer towards the legs. We're going to do one final round. Breathe in. Hold for a few seconds. Breathe out, release, and just allow your back to round. You can drop the head towards the legs. You can drop the arms towards the sides. And for a few moments, just really release all effort. Before, we've been working this posture in an active way, in a yang way. And now I invite you just to release, to surrender into the pose, allowing the whole of this back side of the body to lengthen. Breathing out any resistance or discomfort. Good. As you breathe in, lift the arms up and come out of the pose. Breathe out, just relax the arms and find a comfortable position for just resting and observing, contemplating the effects, and be very aware of what is rising for you in the body in this moment. Please be aware of the sensations in the legs and feel the pelvic floor come alive. Feel this relaxing into the pelvis, into the lower abdomen. And just associate these sensations with stability. And this stability is giving you a quality of trust. Trust in life. Trust in that the earth will provide you with everything that you need to cover your basic necessities. And just really reinforcing your bond with the earth. And this bond also extends to the family. It extends to the structure, which allows you to gain a sense of prosperity and abundance. Wonderful. Good. So now you can lie on your front. And we're going to really move to a different part of the body, but at the same time, we're still connecting with this earthing energy. So you can place a blanket underneath you so the surface is more comfortable. And just rest the forehead on the hands. Rest the legs and just familiarize yourself with this space, this contact with the earth. And it may even help you to visualize yourself lying directly on the earth, not on a damp lawn, but more on a dry, earthy base, just to get in contact with this energy. Great, so now you can bend your knees and very slowly stretch the hands to grab onto the ankles, onto the feet, if it's possible, without separating the knees too much. And I want you to, before we move into the posture, really connect your navel and the earth. So maybe you can already feel your pulse, the pulse in the abdomen. And with the next in-breath, you can very slowly lift your feet up towards the sky, lifting the head a little bit, finding yourself in Dhanurasana, which is the posture of the bow. And you can feel this tension in the body, this tension that's necessary. And direct all of your attention into the navel. And really feel that the navel is connected in turn with the earth. That the navel is connected to the energy in the center of the earth, this magnetic pull. Just breathe gently into the posture. If you can't sustain the posture as long as I can, don't worry, you can release the pose, take a rest, come back into the pose, gaining force and motivation, strength, but at the same time respecting the needs of your body in this moment. That's enough for now. You can release the pose. Find a comfortable position to relax. Breathe out through your mouth. Releasing any tension that's accumulated during the posture. And still be aware of this presence of the energy in the abdomen. But feel it specifically in relation to the earth. Feel the whole of the belly harmonizing with the earth energy. And this is very calming. Feel the support of the earth. Really feeling the earth as something very alive within you. Good. You can place the hands underneath the shoulders to help you push back and release the back in Shashankasana, which is with the arms stretched forward, the forehead on the ground. And as you're in this space, bring the awareness into the lumbar spine, breathing into this space, releasing any tension, and just integrating the previous pose. And as you feel recovered, you can walk with your hands towards your body to find yourself sitting on your heels if it's comfortable. Keep the eyes closed. And just be very aware here of the sensations and the quality of the energy in the body in this moment. And you can take away the blanket for the next exercise. We're going to practice Parvatasana, which is the mountain pose. And before we do so, I just wanted to comment, because in most yoga schools and systems of yoga today, they call this posture the downward facing dog. However, in my school, we call it Parvatasana, which is actually a real mountain in India. It's called Parvat, which is also the name of a goddess. So it's a very revered mountain. And for me, each posture is a language. And if the metaphor of the posture can be applied to the quality of the mind, it's actually enhancing the effects and the benefits of the posture. So for me personally, I find it much more powerful to connect with the imagery of the mountain, of this powerful mountain, rather than with this transformation in the energy of the dog. But I will allow you to explore that for yourselves. However, there is something very much related to these, and that is the fact that the first chakra, Muladhara chakra, this earthy chakra, is actually related to the nose. And as we know, the nose is a very important part of the body and a very important sense, the smell for the dog. And so in this way, I connect these two metaphors. And this is why at the beginning of the class, we also had this breath work attending to the sensations as we breathe through the nose, because these two chakras are very much linked, the organ of the nose with the first chakra. So we're going to bear this in mind as we practice our mountain pose. You can place your hands on the ground, your knees, and really feel this stable posture where you have the same distance between your hands and between your knees. And you can tuck your feet under. And as you breathe out, just slowly separate the knees from the ground. And we're not going to stretch the knees out for a while. First, we're going to push the hands against the ground to push the chest and the belly up towards the thighs. And really feel this initial stretching in the whole of the spine. And you can just really activate your abdomen, your belly a little bit. And from there, as you straighten out the legs, keep the heels up, just rotate the thighs inward slightly so that you have the sensation of really opening and lifting the pelvic floor spaciously up towards the sky. And once you do that, you can start lowering very slowly the heels. Some of you may be able to bring the heels down, others won't. That's not so important. But as you feel this contact between the feet and the ground, the hands of the ground, and this lifting up of the pelvic floor up towards the sky, you can really connect with this shape of the mountain in your body. And this very solid stone structure, but at the same time, this connection between the base of your spine and the heights, the cosmic heights in the sky, allowing you to also channel through the body this very kind of crystal-like purity in this energy which flows down through the spine. And you can bring your awareness not only to the base of the spine, which here is the peak of your mountain, but you can also be aware of the breath in the nose, this very calm flow. And despite the strength in the posture, you can just really feel this flow of the energy of the breath in the posture. In the same way as you look at the mountain and you see its stillness, but even beneath it, there are currents of water, there are flowing rivers, and this is a metaphor of your flowing breath within the posture. Sustain it for a couple more moments if it's possible for you. And you can come down onto your knees. Rest your forehead on the ground with the arms towards the sides. Release any tension through the mouth. Breathe generously and spontaneously. And then very slowly you can lift the body up. Rest the palms facing upwards on your lap. And cultivate a quality of serenity, like the stillness of the mountain, with this stability and this inner trust. So you can lie down now for the relaxation practice. Cover yourself with a blanket. You can put some socks on, whatever you need to be nice and cozy. And if your back, especially the lower spine, is delicate, please place a cushion or a bolster underneath your knees. And if for any reason you would prefer to finish the class in a more upright position, you can also treat this final relaxation as a meditation, but just really find a comfortable position, something you can sustain easily. The palms of the hands face upwards. And just allow yourself to take 2 or 3 nice deep breaths. With each out breath, just release the body into the earth. And be especially aware of the parts of the body which are in contact with the floor. And through these points of connection, just allow the energy to flow downwards into the earth. And let's just honor this space of relaxation, of conscious letting go. It's not the same as sleeping, where there's a kind of switching off of the conscious mind. Here we're bringing the conscious mind into the realm of the subconscious, allowing us to really release these more subtle tensions and to welcome a deeper understanding of who we really are. So you can really bring your attention first into the left leg and really release and relax even more deeply the left leg. Transfer the attention towards the right leg. Releasing and relaxing it even more. Can you feel both legs even more deeply relaxed? And just abandon them fully to the earth, offering them to Mother Earth, to Bhumi Devi. And you can transfer your attention to feel fully the left arm and hand, and consciously drop these even more deeply, relaxing even more fully. Just releasing and letting go. Transfer your attention towards the right arm, feeling it fully, including the hand, and really release even more deeply this arm in towards the earth. Just releasing any control, dropping more deeply. Feeling now both of the arms released, relaxed, abandoning them to the earth. And you can transfer your attention towards the base of the spine and the buttocks. Just dropping and releasing and relaxing even more deeply. And you can rise your awareness being conscious of the lower spine, the lower portion of the back. Releasing, relaxing. Extending your awareness to feel the midsection of your back. Letting go, softening. Rising your awareness up towards the top part of the back, including the shoulder blades. And really releasing, letting go. Dropping into this space. Giving back. Freeing up this part of the body. And you can extend your awareness up to the top part of the spine, in the cervical area of the back of the neck, up into the base of the cranium. Really releasing this area. Consciously letting go of accumulated tension. Feeling now the whole of the spine just melting away. The whole of the back of the body releasing. And you can transfer your awareness back down into the area of the genitals, releasing fully the pelvic floor. Feeling into the lower abdomen and the internal organs in this area, with this quality of attentive release, letting go, giving back. Draw the awareness up into the abdomen, into the whole of the belly. Releasing, relaxing, letting go. There's nothing to hold on to. Just in a very natural, organic way, letting everything just slip through without retaining. And you can bring your awareness up into the area of the solar plexus, of the diaphragm. Just dropping all tension in this space. This very powerful belt of tension that we habitually retain. Just let go. And you can move up in towards the chest space. Releasing, allowing any last tension to evaporate. Just freeing up this space. As you rise the attention up towards the throat area. Releasing any tension in the throat, in the vocal cords. Up towards the jaw. Until you can feel the whole of the front side of the body fully released. Relaxing fully the tongue, the jaw, the cheekbones, the ears. Feeling the whole of the cranium gradually relaxing. The eyes fall softly into their sockets. Releasing any tension in the eyebrows, the forehead, and the whole of the scalp. Until you can finally expand your awareness to be conscious of the full relaxation of the whole of the body. As if it were no longer under your dominion. And there can be this full recognition of the fact that you are not the body in this moment. that you are the awareness of the body. And at the same point, life itself is this awareness which shines through you. That the consciousness is the manifestation of life. And from this space, I invite you to just recognize the presence of the breath in the body. First, you can notice it in the nose. And then you can notice the breath in the gentle rising and falling of the abdomen. Connect with a circular movement of the breath. The in-breath merges into the out-breath. The out-breath merges into the in-breath, together forming a circle. And as the mind offers this shaping of the breath, the breath is also shaping the mind. And both the mind and the breath are perceived from consciousness. You can begin to deepen the breath slightly. And as you breathe out, move the energy from the abdomen down into the legs towards the feet. Breathing life back into this body. And in the next breaths, you can move the energy that you breathe into the arms towards the fingertips. Consciously breathing life back into the body. And then you can move the out breath from the abdomen up into the chest, neck, and head areas. Until you can fully feel the body once again. If you're lying down, you can gently move the fingers and the toes. And in a very organic way, initiate this return towards the physicality of the body. You can roll over to one side. And when you feel ready, you can come back up into a sitting position. And in the sitting position, just be aware of the breath in the lower part of your body. And just be aware of the effects of the practice. And we're just going to join our hands and close this sacred space singing the mantra Lam, Lam. And this is the bija mantra, the seed mantra of this first chakra. So you can have your attention in this space in your pelvic floor and the base of the spine as you prefer. Lam.